Well, happy day, adventurers. We are back in the Yawning Portal.
We're back in the Yawning Portal.
For another Experience Pointers episode. And I am so excited for this week's episode. And as you can see, the Yawning Portal is quite busy.
It's busy as heck tonight.
Yeah, But first introductions, I, of course, am Oliver Redboots, Sorcerer Supreme-ish. I mean, I'm not bad. But, you know, like I've been practicing quite a bit. You know, dabbling in Wizard's World now. And with me, as always, is my good friend and compatriot of the Forge. Swanee, tell everybody about yourself.
I am Swan Maulsmith. I am a safety officer at the Temple of Gond. Praise Gond. I can't believe we started this right when they're lowering somebody down the well.
I mean, it doesn't happen often enough anymore, right?
I know.
I think the word is out.
We were talking about that.
Right, so, oh my god, that dwarf does not stand a chance.
Yeah.
I'm
glad we picked a good season.
Doesn't even have a beard.
No.
Like, that's just...
You got the weird mustache.
What kind of dwarf shaves his beard into a mustache?
I know. It's a new dwarf thing. It's very dwarf hipster.
There is no chance that group of adventurers comes back up.
No.
The dwarf without a beard. Was that large guy blue? Was he some sort of...
The super tall one.
Yeah.
Was it a guy?
I don't know. I mean, not that matters, but I mean, like, I just don't think they have a chance.
No.
1 gold piece each.
Yeah.
Jernan just pocketed 6 gold piece for a ride down a rope.
Right.
Like, you know, I mean, can you believe it? It's a tourist trap. It really is.
I know.
If they make it back up, and we're going to go heavy on the if with that group, because there's just no way in hell.
Right.
Like what are they going to have to show for it? Except 12 gold, like, subtracted from their purse. It's just not...
No. I'm not going after them.
No, someone will have to go rescue them. I hope they have some, like, powerful friends, and they've allied themselves appropriately throughout the city.
Right.
What are the odds of that, though, right?
Well,
if you're a newcomer to the city...
Yeah.
There's no chance that you've met anyone important that will literally risk their own lives to go and rescue you from the dangers of Undermountain.
I mean, we know people, but we're lifers.
Yeah, we are lifers indeed. We've been doing this too long, Swanee. I'm glad we're retired though. So that's what brings us. This show is one of those things that we put together. At the behest of the magistrate. Nevertheless, we put it together.
Yes.
To give young adventurers tips and tricks, and just listen to stories of old adventurers like ourselves, and to just maybe learn a few things, you know. One of those things is don't go down the damned well into the Yawning Portal in Waterdeep. Just, you know, find another entrance.
Yeah.
Save your gold piece.
There's a lot of gold in the world.
Yeah,
you don't have to go down there.
You don't need to chase it. You know, like, you don't always have to do the thing, right?
Live, laugh, love, stay up here.
It does remind me of that old hag we used to know named Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, she was the worst. Oh, speaking of hags, we got to talk about Morgantha.
The pies.
Yeah, don't eat those pies.
Okay.
You know how dreamy and dreamboaty we felt after eating those pies?
I had some ripping good dreams that night.
Yeah, that's because those pies are magical. But not in like the good way. They're magical because they're made out of people in a faraway realm. Yep, wrap your head around it. I'll give you a minute. Yep.
When you say people...
I mean people, like literally people. Like, she is a hag, by the way. She's an evil old hag from a far-off realm, and I'm not exactly sure where. But I was visited by a friend.
Okay.
A friend of a friend, technically. They are on the search for her, and when they had found out that she had given us money to promote her pies... They came asking, did we know her whereabouts? And of course I don't, because last time I saw her, she was moving towards Neverwinter. But, turns out we should not have taken that money to promote more...
That's a thing I didn't want to check off the bucket list right there.
No, it's not the first and or the last time, probably, that we'll get fooled by an old hag. If we're being honest... Yeah. There was that time that sea hag fooled us into taking that boat journey that I don't even like talking about anymore.
Yeah.
So when I got
we have to talk about it someday.
Yeah, well, maybe eventually. But like in general, if an old woman, sometimes a man, comes to you with like extraordinarily long fingernails and offers you a deal, chances are not on the up and up.
That's the tip there. Yeah.
Yeah, young
make
adventurers.
The deal when you need to make a deal. Don't take a deal when you don't need to make a deal.
That's a fine way to say that. Also, don't eat Morgantha's mincemeat pies.
No, we're out on those pies.
I mean, I hope that we're stopping a lot of people before they have.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was no lasting damage from that, right?
Maybe we took one for the team there.
Yeah, I mean, when we did, we should have known she gave us 100 gold pieces just to say that stupid thing like 15 times. Like, if the money's too good, it's probably too good for a reason.
Yeah. we were new.
Yeah, well, we're just getting in it. We're just getting into this, saying and reading things for people, and some of them are going to take advantage of us, and that's another tip or trick.
Yeah.
Right? Find some people that you can trust and are not going to take advantage of you. And Morgantha, being an old hag of clearly the evil persuasion, was definitely going to take advantage of us. But goddamn, those pies were delicious.
They were. I feel weird.
And it's like one of those things. Like, ooh, do I admit that I enjoyed them?
I mean, no.
No, I'm going to tell you.
I was gonna say it's better than eating Elvish.
I'm gonna anything Elvish, but I'm gonna tell you the God's honest truth. I love those pies.
They were good.
If there was one in front of me right now, I would probably take a bite. I wouldn't feel good about it, but I would probably take a bite.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like, we're honest here. We're honest adventurers.
I'm gonna step in and.
You're gonna stop me because that's what you do. You're the prudent one, but I would probably take a bite.
You probably would.
Because you don't always have to. All right. It's like one of those things. Like, have you ever gone to a public restroom and the toilet seat is warm?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, the public privy. Sure.
Yeah. So you sit down and you're like, oh, and then immediately you're like, ugh. Right?
Hey, look.
Those pies are like the same thing. Like, initially, it's like, oh, my gosh, this is great. Oh, what did I just do?
I mean, yes. I mean, look. We were in Neverwinter for a little while. I don't even care who made the toilet seat warm at that point.
Well, that's one of those places.
You take every win you can
take
get
the
there.
good. Yeah. There's nothing positive in that bloody town.
No.
It's not as bad as Daggerford. Let's just be honest. Like, Neverwinter at least there's a good snack shops, right?
Oh, yeah.
A couple great blacksmiths. I know we always spend time.
Yeah.
But just like that
really
shithole.
good macaroons.
Do they have
Neverwinter?
macaroons?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
God, I was so drunk the last time we were
You
there.
were. Yep.
It was like, I think I wandered into the crag, that thing that Nevertheless. All right, yeah, so please, everyone, if you could just stay away from Morgantha's mincemeat pies.
Know your meats.
No, I mean, that does lead us down. We did mention it, right? If you remember, we were like,
we couldn't put a finger on
mutton.
meat.
Yeah, you know why? 'Cause it was fucking people.
Okay.
Oh, the duck again.
The
huh?
duck, yeah.
All right. Well, that's another tip. So there it is. Stay away from hags. What's
I need
new?
Another drink.
What else is going on, Swanee? Anything cool at the Forge? You guys, I heard about the games. The Ministry of Sport is starting a new series of games.
That's true. Yeah. So I was going to talk about that too. So for people that are not in Waterdeep, we've had a bit of an economic downturn, right? And the local government's trying to get people interested in participating.
And if you're wondering why, there was a giant fortress hovering over Waterdeep for some time.
Right.
Not like a giant. Well, I guess okay. So there's a few uses of the word giant right there. Right. There was a cloud giant in a giant fortress above Waterdeep for some time. Nobody wanted to go outside. There was some fear, so that we're in a little bit of an economic downturn. And after that, the castle floated away. Yeah. Now the Ministry of Sport has done this. So what's the Forge doing?
For the first round, nothing. Right. Because the first sport they were trying to launch was just a foot race. And you're like, okay, well, fine. It helps to. That's a great skill.
The elves are going to win. I don't know why we're even having that.
Yeah. The elves are going to win. And there were different, categories of racers. But I guess I didn't understand why you had to carry bread. That was the thing. Like, it was like, carry this loaf of bread around the circumference of the city.
All right. Maybe like the food, like a play on. No, none of that makes any sense to me.
No, I got
we'll have to look. We'll have to bring that back up because I know that they haven't got final approval on everything, but I'm kind of excited. I wouldn't mind some more wizard duels.
No, I wouldn't.
I heard they might even have a sorcerer category this time.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm relatively new to wizarding, right?
Yes.
In the fact that most of my magic is of the wild variety.
Yes, it is.
Am I allowed to enter the wizard duel and use sorcerer magic? Like,
I wouldn't see why not.
So you're primarily a servant of Gond.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Would you be allowed to enter like the fighting pits, like Thud, right? Would you be able to go and just and duel someone and use your Gond given magics?
So it's an interesting question, right? Because certainly, everybody in the temple can handle a hammer or an axe. Or
I mean, I've seen it. It's terrifying.
We
if I'm
enter
being
a
honest
number
with you.
of participants in the tournament every year. So,
but not all of you are blessed with Gond's magics.
No. But you would think, right? If I was to enter, I mean, I can't, right? I mean, I can't move very well without the leg. But
sorry.
Yeah. But it would be, you would think, somewhat give me a bit of an advantage.
I mean, it should. Yeah.
If I could take a punch and then boom, like
nothing happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's an interesting question. I think they're going to have to... I mean, if they're going to have categories, they're going to have to put some rules in place.
I mean, I hope not, honestly. 'Cause, I mean, I'll wipe the floor with some new wizards.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that, I'm not even sure that would be fun for them, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Just have a
it's...
hat collection when
yeah.
we're done.
What is it with the dopey hats and wizards? I never
don't
did.
know.
Like, beards, long beards, and dopey hats.
Yeah, pick one.
The wizard collection, right?
This
Like you.
spring's wizard collection, pastel hats.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. You fucking one-note assholes.
Yeah.
Like, look, who... All right.
Why is there always stars and
I don't
moons
know.
on the hat?
And
I don't get it.
Listen to me, young roads and young roustabouts. If an old man with a huge long beard and a weird robe is walking down your street, not the one you want to rob.
Yeah, don't rub that one.
Not that
Right.
one. No, you'll all be
I'm gonna
turned
snatch
into.
this. Boop, I'm a
Nope,
mouse.
Now, yep, and poof, I'm a slug.
Right.
I mean, I have a partiality to slugs, but I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a slug.
Right.
Right. Another tip: choose your
Prey.
Prey. Yes, prey. Prey is a proper word. Choose your prey accordingly. Like, and there's some dead goddamn giveaways, right?
Yeah.
Long beard, pointy hat, walking with a stick of some type. Don't fuck with him.
No.
Leave him alone. Let him go.
Right.
You don't want him either. Another one. Thud is a great example. Is
8 foot tall.
right? 8
Too
foot
tall
tall.
for you.
It's like 1 degree outside, and he still doesn't have a shirt on. Nope. Let that one just walk on through.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you get a sense he doesn't feel pain? That's one you want to avoid.
No, one that could pull your ears off.
Yeah.
Like, and then just keep walking.
Yeah.
It just-
Oh, nice. Snack. Noink.
Oh my God! Oh, young rogues! Oh, to be another young rogue.
I
Like,
know.
how many rogues did we even go through? It's like, I mean, there was a few that they were not very good at the whole detect traps things, and that's.
That was a problem solved
I mean,
itself.
eventually they did detect
Yeah,
the trap.
yeah, we
just
detected the first one.
Not for them, for us. Right? It's like, oh, I didn't find any traps, guys. But skaboosh, and then gone. Right?
Yeah, I know.
A pink mist, just like, ooh. Well, I guess it's safe for us.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't step there.
That's another thing. Rogues always fucking stealing tiny bits of your treasure, right? We go into a dungeon, we get 8 bags of gold and platinum and jewelry and things and whatnot. You always have to account for the rogue tax, right?
Oh, so this is interesting, right? Because this was one of the questions that came across in the birds this week.
No.
It was.
Oh, I would happily to get into this. You know how much I love fucking with rogues
Yeah, yeah.
and bards. I love fucking with bards more.
Right.
But I've had friends who are rogues. I've never actually had a friend who was a bard that I could stand for more than 15 minutes.
Right.
So what was the question?
So, as a reminder, you can send us questions to Rod in Flagon. You can send birds to you.
Right. You can send them to Oliver Redboots.
Right.
Send your birds to Oliver Redboots.
And you can send them to me directly at S. Maulsmith. Smallsmith.
I love it when you say it again.
Smallsmith.
That just cracks me up every
I
time.
know, it's... Yeah, I flubbed the paperwork there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Swan Maulsmith. That would have gotten lost in the tongue, right?
Yeah.
I've known you 30 years. I still can't say your bloody name and all. I thought it was Swanson. Is it not Swanson?
It's Swanson.
Swanson Maulsmith?
Swanson Maulsmith.
Swanson Maulsmith. No, still, it just doesn't
Swanee.
roll.
It's fine.
Yeah, I know. Just like in your real life, I've shortened some things.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Right on the nose there.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean,
That's
come on,
fine.
man.
Wow. Okay.
For those that don't know, I blew Swan's leg off in a freak fireball accident.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Was it freak, though? No.
Yeah, it
But anyway,
was.
so nonetheless.
The
I'm sorry.
question.
I,
Yeah, the
yeah,
question.
I go off on these little tangents and I can't help myself.
One of the questions was, it was a good question. When you're working with a rogue, how do you, and you go and you get the treasure and, they serve their purpose by finding the traps or
Yep, yep.
stealing it. All right.
They can sneak ahead, right?
Right.
They can hide in the shadows a bit easier than most of us.
Right. How do you make sure they don't rob you blind and then run away?
Oh, you can't. They're going to try.
They're going to try.
No, they're 100%. So you just have to have like a little side bag of gold and treasure that you know that they're going to kind of take. So we always kind of...
Compartmentalization here is important.
Yes, and like you don't actually pay them for the job, right? You pay them a few gold less than you know they're going to steal in the end.
There is
So it all kind of shakes out.
Yeah.
So we called that the rogue tax, and
The
that
rogue
was
tax.
fine. Who was that rogue that we were with for a very, very long time? He had that problem with the green dragon. I can never remember his name. Oh, goodness. He was just
what was his name?
Claudicus? He was a rogue. I mean, we're talking about just one of the most...
One of
I
the few
throw
rogues-
the dagger.
One of the few rogues that doesn't owe us money.
He doesn't?
He does not.
Do we I don't owe him money, though, do we?
Well, that I can't speak to.
Oh, shit. I hope not. But he had that problem with a stupid green dragon in the forest.
Yes.
And when we had to cut him loose because we just couldn't handle it. And some poison sister or some shit like that.
Right. He had a sister. There was a hag involved, I think.
I see what comes back, bringing it right back to the beginning,
around.
right? Morgantha. I wouldn't doubt it. It was fucking Morgantha.
Could have been.
The herd of stupid pies that taste delicious but are made of people.
Right.
You didn't have amazing dreams that night after eating those pies?
So good.
They were so good, right?
Amazing.
We were in our 20th winters out there chasing dragons.
It was it was like mushrooms but good.
Well, I enjoy mushrooms. You know what? Having a mind-altering experience. Never mind. The pies were definitely better than any of the drugs that we've ever taken.
Yeah, forcibly or not.
I told you that there was mushrooms in that tea.
Yes.
And
That was not what I was talking about.
You chose. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, like, every time we go into the Underdark, I always end up getting spores in the face or something, and then the night's dreams are like.
Well, I feel like that was bound to happen because the first few times you still couldn't see in the dark.
Still couldn't see in the dark. Yeah.
So you were just bumping into mushrooms and bumping into stalactites.
Really? Yeah. Just tripping balls.
We could have probably done a little better job of making sure that you did not do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, Rudy really enjoyed watching you bump into stuff. He did. He really did. And it's a shame what happens in that lake down there. I would have loved to have seen more of Rudy.
Yeah.
But that was all him, man. That was all him.
Exactly. You make
some of
bad
those
choices.
spores.
Right.
Some of those spores, they were from him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel dirtier than talking about the pies.
I'm gonna let that sink in.
Oh God.
Because they sunk into you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Morgantha's mincemeat pies. Don't eat them. Don't eat them, ladies and gentlemen. They are made of people. You know what else she told me about Morgantha? That she's from some weird realm that's run by a vampire. Can you believe that? They would let some vampire just run a realm? That doesn't even make any
Does
sense.
no governance need to happen during the day?
That's kind of was my point.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, when the sun is up, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Don't even invite him in your house, you fucking idiots.
I'm pretty sure we can get in, get some gold, and get out before daybreak.
Exactly. You just build a government building, right?
Right.
And then don't invite him in. What if you have a loving fuck? It's not that hard.
Doc.
It's a vampire.
Yeah.
He runs. No, he does not. He doesn't run shit. But he has
Get a clerk with some sunbeam action. Like, I feel like you
Yeah,
can get
we're
this
all the fucking holy people.
Right.
Like, a vampire. Bleh. Whatever. That's another thing. Undead never really scared me. But mostly because you could just turn them. I guess maybe they're much more scary if you don't have a cleric in your midst. Or like a paladin.
Yeah, yes. Turning undead's sort of a fun thing.
I
They march at you and you're like,
go away, and I
turn around.
I have seen the joy in your eye when you made a zombie explode.
Yeah. Hey, watch this.
Yeah, it made Undermountain a little bit less intimidating when you have someone who can literally make a zombie explode at will.
Hey,
How many times a day do you think you could do that?
Oh,
at least 4. I know you've done at least 4.
Yeah, it's been a while, so. I don't know. I don't even know if I lose that.
You could ask Gone.
I could ask Gone. It's not something that I've asked him for lately.
But, listen, I'm sure we can go down to the cemetery. There's a cult there that would just absolutely love.
There's a cult in the cemetery now?
Isn't there always?
In Waterdeep?
I'm sure.
I thought we solved that problem.
Dude, you know the thing with cults. They're like weeds in your garden. If you're not actively doing it every bloody fucking day, then they will be there. They just come back. They just keep. There are so many goddamn cults in Waterdeep that I'm not even sure we could catalog them. Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
All right. I think, is that enough rambling for the first part?
We need to get a beer. We need to get a beer. I want to talk a little bit more about this Morgantha thing with you over at the bar. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Oh my God, we gave Darren one of the pies. We should not tell him.
Yeah.
We should definitely not tell him. I hope he didn't put it in the deep freezer.
Nobody tell him.
What?
Nobody listening, tell Dernan.
Nope. Yes, this is our secret, rest of the world.
Look, we need this on Fridays, all right? We need this. Nobody tell Dernan.
You don't think we can find enough? It's not like Waterdeep is bereft of bars.
No, but this is our place.
Yeah, I know. All right, so let's just do this. Let's go freshen up our drinks. No one tell Dernan in the meantime, and we'll be back in a tight 5.
Tight 5.
Right? Tight 5. All right. We'll be right back. And we're back with fresh drinks and new stories to tell.
I don't think anybody told Dernan, so we're in the clear so far.
Well, he didn't seem to act any stranger than he already... He does not like me. And I get it. How many times did I accidentally blow shit up at the bar? Get a little
Yeah,
too
it is a
drunk.
little strange that he does allow us in here. Well, you in here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the only fucking adventurer who's ever had a faux pas in the bar. Right?
In this bar?
Yeah.
No.
People have almost blown the whole goddamn third floor off. So, like, just because I ruined a few stools and a couple chairs.
Yeah.
Like, any carpenter, I fixed half of them with my
A little
mending.
boom,
Yes,
boom, boom.
But no. So we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second half of today's episode. I'm glad everyone was able to join us. And as we move on, we do have another sponsor for this week.
We have a sponsor for the week.
Rosie's Temporary Hero Temp Agency. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. But
we go through that shit on the read.
Wait, it's not. All right, I'm gonna try it one more time.
Okay.
Are you in need of a good hero? Does your adventuring party lack something that it needs? Do you need a cleric? A rogue, perhaps? Call Rosie's Temporary Hero Agency. We're here for you. We fill those gaps. Here at Rosie's, you can always trust us. Rosie's Temporary Hero Agency. That's it. That's the read.
Okay.
So I guess if you need to hire a cleric or a rogue or a barbarian, you can call Rosie.
This is something we talked last week, a couple weeks ago, about how to find a +1.
Yeah, I feel like this is an interesting way to close that gap.
Yeah. Just in Waterdeep?
Oh no, yeah. Apparently this is like realms wide now.
Oh wow.
They're franchising already. It's like they opened one. I think it was in the dock ward to be close to to be close to where the action per se is. And then they're opening a few in Neverwinter, and I think there's one already in Baldur's Gate, but they're having some problems with the towns guard there. But whatever. Hey, call Rosie's if you need a temporary hero.
Yeah, I mean that's neat. Like if we need a rogue, we don't know any rogues in town. How can you trust
It's happened many times where we did not have a druid.
No,
right? I would have loved to have hired a druid for some of those when we had to go into the woods, right? Like a few of those missions.
Boom.
But hey, if this works, I gotta be honest with you, I love it. I love the idea.
It is good. It's a solid idea.
So call Rosie's Temporary Hero Agency, and she'll get you through it.
Yeah.
That's actually on the tagline. She'll get you through it. I don't know exactly who
tight.
she is or what they'll get you through, but she'll get you through it.
It's tight. I like it.
You like it?
I do.
You could hire a warlock? That feels right to
That was
you.
a little weird.
Right?
I'm looking for someone who owes
made a
their
deal
soul to somebody else. Do you got that on file?
with a deadly archfey?
Yeah,
It's
seriously. The Frost Prince. You got everybody that's indebted to the Frost Prince.
You gotta anybody who owes a great debt to Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Someone who at a moment's notice could turn on the party as befits their patron.
Yeah.
I hope they don't have warlocks.
Warlocks we should find that out.
Yeah. I'll talk to Rosie after this week's episode and see if she has is there a preferred class that you think you think she'd
Healers,
be only
you would think
clerics?
healers. You always need a healer.
Yeah. Only clerics, druids, and
Wizard. No, wizard, maybe not. Wizard should.
What about a barbarian? That seems like a very odd group of people that would set themselves up to
How
not
do you
be
recruit
able.
barbarians if you're Rosie?
I
You
have
have to
no
go out
idea.
on the plains and be like, "Hey, I found a squad. You
That's
guys seem."
You go to the mountains
rough.
and you're just like, I love the way you threw that spear 100 feet at that deer from 50 feet away. Why are you so mad? You're hired.
Right. It's weird how you pinned that deer to a tree using a spear.
Yes.
You need a job.
Yeah. Are you perhaps
What's your
looking
rate?
for work? I love how you chase that.
Would you mind if I took 20%?
I love how you chase that stone giant through those caverns.
Yeah.
Are you perhaps employable? All right. All right, Rosie.
Do you have a W9 of some kind I can see?
A ninth level wizard? Why would you need a W9?
Yeah, ninth. Do you know any ninth level wizards?
I know a couple.
Right.
Ninth level wizard. Boo. It's like they just go back to school and finish up. You know what I mean?
All
You
right.
gotta get.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Wizards. Bah. Just overrated. Sorcerers criminally underrated. I don't.
Smart enough to not wear a hat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could. I just fear that someone could animate an object, right? And you animate that hat to strangle themselves. You know what I mean? It just seems like. Or has no wizard ever tripped over his own beard and fell down some steps?
I thought that was like a requirement.
What, that you fall on your beard?
Yeah, I mean, you can't really get out into the world until your beard is long enough you could trip on it.
Yeah, dwarves, there's at least a sensibility to it, right?
The braiding is wonderful.
They'll tuck it into their belt.
Yeah.
Right? They'll wrap it around them. There's I saw that one dwarf, he used to gird his loins using his own beard. That dude...
No wonder they don't like to look up. What? Ow.
Must be just hell fighting giants.
Yeah, that's why they dig, right? Because the head can be down.
They're perpetually looking down.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, God. But wizards, I mean, for such a studious lot, you'd think they'd be smarter. It's not. That's why there's no
Chance of
wizards
scissors
running
and be
shit.
like, boom.
I'm not impressed.
No.
Now a sorcerer, that's where it's at. And I'm not just saying that. Clearly, I am just
You are
saying
just
that.
saying
Yeah.
that. Yes.
But like, if you want some shit to go boom, if you want some shit to get charmed, you hire a fucking sorcerer, because a sorcerer will get that shit done.
Yeah.
Without any of the introspection, without any of the required
Right.
moral
Moral
compass.
conundrums.
None of that.
Hey, what do you think about which building?
That's one. How big do you want the fire?
Yeah. Just that building or all of the buildings in the area?
Oh man, I don't need to
The
go read
orphanage?
it.
How do you feel about the orphanage?
Yeah, I don't need to go read a book first to make sure I'm prepared. You fucking fuck you, starry-eyed wanderers. Oh, look at me! I walk around reading a book. Oh, I have to use
All the
these.
power was at my local library.
I have to use all these ingredients put together at the appropriate time, and I can just manifest the same shit with half the work. Not even half the work. I don't even need to do any fucking work. I just make it happen. Watch. See? That was not. Oh shit.
No, put it out. Sorry. It's all right. It's all right.
That's-
Turn it in.
that's-
It's fine.
Nope. No.
fine,
No.
Dirk.
No.
It's fine.
All right.
You got it. He's got it. He's got it.
I got a little ahead of myself.
Yeah.
So
fine.
I'm sorry about that. But anyway, yeah. Hey, check out Rosie's temp agency.
Rosie's temp agency.
Sure to be fine. All right. Oh man.
Hey,
That
I
was-
had some.
That was a mess. I spilled that lady's drink all over her.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to deal with that after the show.
Little bit.
You had some what? I'm sorry.
Do you remember a couple weeks ago when we first tuned the rod, so the duck?
The duck.
Right. I also made mention that I had made a modification that we could record some sound
And
use
then
as
play
a-
it back.
Is a herald kind of a thing. I
Did you
approached-
hire a bard?
I didn't hire anybody. I was approached.
All right.
So there's a bard that wants to put together something. Come back and I will record it. Right. See if it's any good. I'm not gonna pay this person.
I'm hesitant. I'm not a bard fan. You know
I know.
this.
But like, look, a little herald music, whatever.
You talking about like a little jaunty intro?
Yeah, a little jaunty intro.
Instead of us just like making the noises into these rods, that
Yeah.
just actually like it would give the listeners in faraway lands some type of like warning that it's time to
It's
listen.
time
to
for these two knuckleheads to talk. So buckle up.
It's time for us to just gibber on about nonsense.
Right.
All right. Okay.
We'll
I
try
do
it
want,
next week. I'm just saying we'll try it next week. We'll see how we like it.
All right. I do want at least some type of creative control over that, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to tell the artists how to do their art, but I do want to, like we should at least listen to a few and then make up our minds on which one.
Yeah.
No harmonicas. That's my only rule.
That's fair.
You know
Yeah.
what happened the last time.
Yeah.
We've talked about it on the show before.
All right, so that's what we'll do. I'll swing by your place sometime this week with a couple of little snippets of sound, and we'll pick one.
All right. Sounds great.
And we're not paying for it.
We're not paying for it.
No.
No, they're going to pay us to be able to promote that stuff.
Well,
Oh, I moved too. I'm not at my old shop anymore. I'm over at
okay,
Charles.
don't tell me. Don't broadcast it. You tell me afterwards. And
Oh yes, I wouldn't want our fans to, inundate my current address with their fan mail.
yeah,
That's it.
right.
All right.
Yeah,
So we're going to have music for maybe the next episode.
Maybe.
If it all shakes out.
if it all shakes out.
All right. I mean,
All right.
I guess I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, we'll see how it sounds.
Yeah.
So what else is new, man?
I don't want to make our weekly sessions like what's new and cool in Waterdeep municipal governance. We have one of the deacons
What?
in the Church of Gond,
Okay.
Shlomo.
Shlomo?
Shlomo.
That's
You
his
know-
real name.
You know Shlomo, the tall guy.
Dude, do you know how many tall guys work at your fucking forge?
Yes, fair. Yes, there's a deacon, Shlomo Finklesmith.
All right. Shlomo Finklesmith.
That's right.
Doesn't ring a bell, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right. Either way, he's one of the guys that we have that takes care of like the municipal paperwork.
That's got to be a lot of it, this bureaucratic hell.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare.
Every form needs its own fucking form.
Exactly. But because we were talking last week about like, well, what's the transition point between a cult and a religion?
Oh, shit. I love where this is going.
Yeah.
You brought this up with Shlomo.
Well, yeah. I was like, what's the paperwork involved, Slomes?
Because I'm ready to start the cult of boots.
Right.
And then I'll turn it into a church that don't have to pay any goddamn treasure tax.
So he gets some list of forms out, and he sort of walks me through the criteria that you have to prove to Waterdeep and to be registered as a religion.
Oh, my God.
And
Like, what are we talking about? Like, reams of paper? Like, I mean, like, how many parchments? If you could spitball it. Are we talking like days of work? Hours of work?
You should hear the list.
Okay, I'm ready.
So it starts there where you would
Did you
expect.
bring it? Can I see it? Let me see
Yeah,
it.
I see it.
Can I? Yeah. Thank you. All right. Oh my God. All right. The first couple.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It starts normal enough, and then
Yeah,
it
all
looks
right.
like it.
A temple, obviously.
Okay, yeah, temple, right?
Yeah.
So you got to have a temple or a church. You
The
need to
square
have-
foot requirement's a little weird.
The which?
The square foot requirement is a little weird.
Well, okay. You imagine somebody tried to start a church in the corner of their house. It's like, yeah, that square foot is, and all my taxes go there.
All right. I
Right?
guess
So
that makes a little
and
sense.
Authority was like, no.
Can you explain item number 72, puppies? I don't understand that at
Well, you're
all.
burying the lead.
All right.
Let me back up.
Yeah.
You have to have a church or temple.
Right.
It has to be a minimum square footage. It's got to like the building has to hold 25 of the minimum 50 congregants that you have.
All right.
So you have to got to have 50 people to start.
50 people.
50.
50 people that believe you are some representation of your deity, or 50 people that believe in the deity.
Yes. Yeah.
Both. All right.
50.
All right.
Gotta have 50. Those 50 people have to be aligned to a power of recognized origin.
Recognize origin.
Correct.
Well, Swan.
Yeah.
Any power can be recognized.
Sure.
Like if
Well-
I went into the hills,
Yeah.
and I started just throwing firebolts into the air,
Sure.
they could recognize that power and be like, "He is the chosen one,
Yeah.
sent here from the
it's probably
gods."
like,
who-"
oh, we worship the invisible dog.
All right. Yes. He
You know what
who
I'm saying?
barks in the dark.
Right.
You're right.
They're like, yeah, that doesn't really cut it.
None of that makes any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't meet the threshold.
Or Dendar, the night serpent.
Right.
He who hisses in the side. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, we gotta see it. You know,
All right.
you gotta meet twice a month. Blah 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 blah.
I do like that there was a minimum meeting
There
requirement.
really is. I mean, this is look, municipal bureaucracy.
You can't phone in your meetings, right? You can't just be like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
go
part of the church that meets once every
millennia
6
or
or 7
so.
years.
This.
Again, it's all about tax evasion, right? So you gotta.
Yeah, I get it. Now I get it. Now I'm a little disappointed that it took me to this age of myself to get this.
Right.
I could have, like, even as a young sorcerer, I could have been at least working towards item number 37 on here. Be recognized. Got that.
Yep.
Have a head or a, what is that word? Leader of some. Dude, can you please ask Shlomo to correct some of his handwriting? This is really difficult.
So all right, yeah, I'm versed in Shlomo-esque handwriting.
You speak Shlomo?
I speak Shlomo.
You read Shlomo? Comprehend.
Retirement plan for church leadership.
Yeah, do they have to pay into that, or is it just given?
I have to pay into that.
So, but that payment is not taxed.
Right.
And then when they retire, their retirement pay, then they're not taxed.
I don't know.
That's not fair. None of this makes sense. But like,
All right,
so
so
by
no-
that rationale, I could start the Church of Asmodeus next week, right?
So-
We all know that there's no real Church of Asmodeus. It's just a cult. There's a devil. He's the king devil. He'll blow the world up and just make all of us his devil people, right? But by this laundry list in Waterdeep, we could technically have a Church of Asmodeus.
So, hang on.
All right.
There's more on the list.
I can't wait.
Right. Recognized deity must be sentient and agree to be worshipped.
So that's.
Maybe Asmodeus doesn't want to be worshipped.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Right.
I guess that would explain why there's no clerics to Asmodeus.
Right.
Oh, you know who else? The Lady of Pain and Sigil.
Okay.
She will blow you up if you try to worship her as a cleric.
Right.
Right.
So no church to the Lady of Pain.
Yeah, they just don't exist.
Right. No sacrificing sentient creatures.
Oh well, then all of the greater devils are out right there.
Right. Right.
Like
right.
Mephistopheles would immediately ask you to kill someone for him.
Exactly.
Oh, this starts like there is Demogorgon, he who dwells in the deep, right? That's a magic. I guess that's why there's no church to Baphomet.
Right. No live sacrifices of non-sentient animals more than once a month.
Hang on. At least if they're killing the bull, please tell me they have a barbecue.
Well, yeah, but you can only do that once a month.
So like once a month, everybody just gets together, you slaughter a pig, and you have a delicious pork sandwich.
Yeah, no problem.
But if you do that twice in 1 month,
Yeah, it's getting a little. You're
Getting a
really
little
kind
creepy.
of a butcher shop that's
Getting
trying
a
to
little
pass off as
creepy.
a religion.
all right.
Now, okay, so that's just.
But
kinda,
like, what if it was just like you just killed like a bunny rabbit?
I don't
Like
know.
that would seem really fucking creepy to me. Like you fit all. Let's pretend that you meet the vast majority of all of these other line items, but the sentient being that you decide to sacrifice is an adorable bunny rabbit.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm just telling you what's on the page.
I mean, like.
I mean, if you're like, geez, tax per protected status or a bunny rabbit.
Oh yeah, we're slaying Bugsy. He's got to go.
Okay.
Gotta die. I mean, I guess like some, but like, how are the other? So there's like Bane. Bane has a church. And Bane is an asshole.
I mean, he's got a good team that does the paperwork. I don't know.
Oh. You think that
Look, I got more to get through. All right, would you please?
Hang on, man. You're suggesting that Bane's church just happens to be very good at the very bureaucracy that Waterdeep practices?
I mean, it would explain a lot, right?
I mean, yes. What about Mask? Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
Is Mask a religion?
Yes, of course it is. It has a fucking head priest. I mean, no one knows who he is, but he certainly has one, as does Bane.
Does he have a retirement plan?
I don't know. I mean, it can't be that good. I don't know if there's any ode priests of Bane or ode priests of Mask.
I don't know. I don't know what their tax exempt.
I mean, like, there's hundreds of ode priests of Torm, right?
Yeah.
The priests of Lathander live to be like a bazillion years old.
Right.
I've never once.
No wonder they're small. Like, it takes a lot of money to keep those guys alive.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Here's a good one.
Hit me with another one.
Marriages can be performed by the church, but must result in an even number of participants.
An even number.
Right.
So
2 people can get married. 3 people not married.
But 4 people
just fine.
So, wow. Hang on. That's a lot to take in. So, I could marry you. You marry to Lucinda, and then
We got another one.
they're going down the well.
Yep.
Here they go.
All right.
Check them out. Hang on. I know that guy. That he's a warlock. Oh my God. You know that thing with the tentacles? He's really into that guy with the tentacles. Oh Christ, I can't remember what his name is. It doesn't matter. But he's dead as fuck. He is dead as fried chicken. He doesn't even know it.
Good luck, sucker.
Wow, they are very, very eager to be lowered to their death.
He is drunk. You can tell from here. That guy's loaded. He did take that advice.
I mean, he can't even stand up on the rope the right way.
Okay. Did he fall?
Yep.
He fell.
He fell.
All right. Good luck to that idiot.
Oh, they're bringing him back up. He broke his
There's
arm.
a no refund policy, by the way.
He broke his arm on the descent. Swanee, you're going to have to go do something about that. I think you might have to go fix that guy's arm.
I don't want to get.
Oh, they got one. They got a clear. All right, it's fine. Oh, sorry. So back to the even numbered marriage thing. So me and you could get married.
Yes.
But if we bring Lucinda into it, it's out.
Correct.
So we'd have to
Unless
find
we get a 4th.
We'd have to find a 4th.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're saying that 8 people could be married to each other?
According to this,
that doesn't seem like a lot.
I feel like this one was written to just annoy or prevent one particular religion that was into triads. You know?
It's like, oh, hey, you Pentagonites.
Yeah. No, we're not putting up with that. Go find yourself a 4th.
All right, so they wrote in some weird rules specifically to annoy odd.
Oh yeah, so there's
right.
as you sort of, if you look at it that lens, as you get further down the list, clearly some of these rules were written for just specific religions.
Just to f with them.
Yes. Case in point. You must not have to sell products to remain in good standing in the church.
What? Please explain this to me, as if I'm 4-year-old.
So you must not have to like sell some amount of jams or booze or whatever the church makes.
Dude. So you're supposed to do this.
I mean, you can. You're not. Churches don't have to have a vow of poverty, but you can't be required to sell a minimum amount to be a church member. It's not a multi-level religion. You know what I'm saying?
So you work. You are the Church of God. You work at the Forge.
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Yep.
So if you made, say, 100 widgets.
Yeah.
Right. And you wanted someone else to sell your widgets.
Yeah.
But the only way that they could sell your widgets is to find someone else to sell your widgets for them.
I'm confused, but okay.
Right. So like, you make the widgets, I sell the widgets, but then I find 2 other people below me to sell those widgets too, and then they find 2 other people below each of them.
Exactly.
So you can't do that.
Right.
All right. Yeah, but that's just douchey, right? That's just awful. That just makes you an awful person.
Yes.
And let's be honest, that would only benefit you, none of the people below you.
Exactly.
Maybe like the first 2 below you, but after that, it just gets wonky and muddy.
The Waterdeep administration can't save everybody, but at least they can prevent them from getting tax-exempt status.
Yeah, and that one. You know what, man? I almost think that should be a rule for the general population as well.
That's not a bad life lesson right there.
No, it's not. Avoid anything where it's a pyramid shaped or even an upside down pyramid. Like just stay away from that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's gross. Hit me with another one. I can't wait.
Religion must not advocate for eating only one source of protein. I'm having trouble Like, I'm fascinated where this rule came from. I have no idea.
Were they overfishing and they was like, you can't eat just
Fishing?
fish?
I don't know.
Were they just like one religion was
We're only beans.
Beans would not have been the protein source that I would have picked for that.
We're only into lamb.
Like-
Nothing but lamb.
This
lamb,
feels
lamb,
like
lamb.
someone was trying to start a church of Baphomet, right? And like all they were eating was steaks and cows.
Okay.
Maybe? No?
Maybe.
Man, all right. That's
Here-
definitely a weird one.
Here's another weird one for you. No more than half the worshippers can have the same name. I mean, this is a dead cult giveaway, right?
Yeah.
If half the people there have the
Right.
same name,
Nope.
whoa, that's a cult, not a religion.
Yeah. That's a dead cult giveaway. That is no. All right. That one actually makes way more sense than I thought it would. But like, if they're all named like some weird one syllable or his, and then they just add like an exaltation in front of it, His Holiness X, right? Then that's definitely a cult.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No church in the right mind. Yeah, I got it. That one I can get behind. The last two, Swanee, have make a lot of sense. I'm being honest with you.
All right, well, let me give you some more than they're not.
All right.
Wearing of live animals is okay, but only outside of your clothing.
All right. Does it not have to be also consensual?
I mean, I think that's a good piece of guidance. Like, you shouldn't be strapping yourself with a weasel if the weasel doesn't want to be there. But
Was it weasels that made this?
I think there's like no weasel underpants.
So
Like,
then-
weasel over jacket, fine. Overcoat.
So the Zens are a cult then.
Yeah.
They got those creepy flying snake
Exactly.
things that are always just around them and underneath their shirts and whatnot.
Right.
So I want you to hear this, Zentarum, you pricks. You're a cult. No, I'm not scared of those assholes.
I know, but they're gonna come visit me again.
Yeah, well, do you tell them maybe send the JV instead of the JV squad? Maybe send some people that have done it before. Either send shakedown artists, make sure they're actually artists. All right, there's got to be more.
We're running a little long, so I'll give you the last one.
Last one.
More than 10% of the congregation cannot die any year due to scheduled religious ceremony.
I feel like this is directly related to the sacrifice one.
Yeah. Sacrificing animals, da-da-da-da-da. Like, your religion can't turn over 10% every year. Hey, I need one in every 5 of you needs to jump into the fire every January.
So we have 50 members. Now we have 40.
We need a recruitment drive because some of you fools need to jump in the fire.
We have 42. What happened to the other 8?
Well,
that's below quota. Oh,
It's a weird sort of tithing.
It's the weirdest, most
weirdest
uncomfortable
form of
form of
tithing.
tithing. How would you explain that to one of your triad members? They'd be like, we have to sacrifice
Well, there's one way to
our
solve this
third
marriage
wife.
problem. All right,
She
everybody,
must
rock,
leap
paper,
into the
scissors.
Into the volcano.
Yeah,
We're going to Rochambeau for who is sacrificed via serpent.
exactly. The winner.
Wink, wink. Not really the winner, if I'm being honest. Oh god. So that's really that's the base. That's the start of the paperwork that the Church of Gond
Yes.
had to file with the.
Yeah, and I think
Waterdeep.
you'll notice we're all quite in compliance with that list.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that would rule out a lot of cults almost
Exactly.
immediately. The
Exactly.
name thing alone. I mean, that's it. The whole evil thing. Wow. I did not know it got so church.
Weird. Well,
Yes,
there's somewhere we didn't
weird.
get to, but we are running long.
Oh my god. Some of this doesn't make any sense. I mean, and to be honest with it, a lot of it really does make sense. I want does every church have to have a bard?
No, we don't have a bard.
Oh, thank God. All right. I think we learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Our tip was, a rogue tax, right? You have to
Rogue
set-
tax.
set aside a
Yep.
little bit of your treasure.
No pies.
No pies. Oh gosh, please stay away from the pies. I'm
Don't tell
terribly
Durnan.
sorry.
Don't tell Durnan.
If you see Morgantha, you might want to just arrest her, stab her, stick her with a stick. I
Maybe
guess.
just steer clear.
Yeah, if you're a younger adventurer, you should definitely steer clear.
Yeah.
But all right, is that enough for tonight?
I think we're good.
All right, so we'll see everyone next week.
Oh, hey, so just,
All right,
keep sending your birds.
right.
Rod and Flagon.
Rod and Flagon, Oliver Redboots,
Oliver Redboots.
and
Swan
Maulsmith.
Maulsmith or Smallsmith.
S. Maulsmith.
S. Maulsmith.
Maulsmith.
That's right.
At Smallsmith.
At Smallsmith.
And at Oliver Redboots. Send your birds to us. We will get those questions answered.
Yeah, birds will not be returned because they're delicious.
Nope, we will make them into a stew.
Don't send your best birds.
Things are a little tight now, so I do look forward to the birds. All right, everyone. We'll see you next week for another rousing episode. And until then, thank you for listening, and good night.
Have a great week, everybody.